Alright. What's up, everybody? We are here looking at the evolution of the Zerg versus Protoss meta in an amazing match between Africa Freaks Trap and Dark. Now, Dark has been the forefront of being the experimental Zerg voodoo doll for every Korean Protoss player's crazy new build orders since the patch. So he has shown a lot of ability to resist, even when he falls behind, which he quite often has been. I think he's struggling with the weird openings they're throwing out. His ability to hang on and fight back from behind has been pretty legendary. He's done that a few times against Hero, fought pretty well against Creator, and a few other guys in GSL as well. So it's been pretty cool to see. Trap, though, is a big old macro beast, and I am very curious to see how Trap is evolving in the current meta. Trap was one of the best late-game players in the world. Him and Cyril had an absolutely epic series at my tournament, the Pigstarcraft Festival, last year. And that was a banging tournament. But he did end up losing that series, Trap. And since then, he's had some ups and some downs. He's been having some odd moments, some downswings and whatnot. There are still moments where he looks like, you know, the Trap that knows exactly what's going on. But my eyes are glued to the screen saying, hey, how well are you as one of the best macro Protoss out there adapting to this patch? What do you got in store for us? And also, is Dark going to keep following this Roach Hydra meta that him and Rogue seem to be using? Because it honestly has been looking like some of the least inspired Zerg vs Protoss play I've ever seen. I got to be honest with you guys. If we see more Roach Hydra from Dark and Rogue, like I've gone from watching them crush games one-handedly with like Roach Ravager Bane, Muta swaps, Cute Infestor swaps, Queen Walks, to being like, I'm going to make Roach Hydra on 66 drones and just sit there while the Protoss takes 4 bases and wins everything. It just feels like a real, unless you're hitting a surprising timing attack, there's some real clear purpose. I'm not a big fan of it. So we'll see exactly how it goes on. Zergling's trying to run on in. Of course, this is from the King of Battles Group Stage C, for those who are wondering. Best of 3 match. And Adept is going to be able to get one Zergling, but that means the other Zergling will be able to run past it. 6 seconds. That Adept's going to pop out in 4 seconds. Zergling gets in. Zergling will get a full scout. Now, the Overlord could just run away, but I think seeing that it's an Oracle, you know there's no Void Ray. Might as well just leave that guy perving on the pillar. Zergling's going to go in. How good Trap just pulls the probes, surrounds the Zergling, pulls back the weak probe as well. Very sick micro. Very, very nice. 2 Adepts on the front here. Oracle's coming forward. Now, Trap not really focusing on chrono boosting probes, a bit more focused on the aggression. And he's going to use the second Oracle and the Stalker to take out the Overlord on the pillar by the looks of it. I do like that. I much prefer Oracles into Stalker than building a Phoenix or Void Ray. Something I've noticed. Oh, man. Oh, he shades in the main, but one Adept's already dead. Oh, this is really bad for Trap. That was an awkward pair of Adepts, guys. 1 drone, bit of mining time. That's not effective at all. So very bad start for Trap in that regard. Just keeping the Adepts alive is fine. It's totally fine. They force a reaction. They do stuff. I mean, he forced a few Zerglings. Okay, there we go. Oracle does get 2, 3, 4 drones. Okay. Actually, I think that only killed 3. It's adding 1 drone on top of what the other guy got. Also gets a Zergling and a Lava. So, okay, you're forgiven. You're forgiven, Trap. The Oracle made up for your Adepts' terrible work. Probe does have to be protected. Oracle turns on his laser beam, chases those Zerglings back. And apparently he never finished off the Overlord. Oh, Dark, look at that. He's like, hey, come out here and get surrounded by my my guy, man. Oh, the Adept. Oh, he actually lets the Adept get to the choke point. At least the probe does go down. This mini game going on right now. The Stalker wants the Overlord. The Oracles want the Stalker. And he has at least kept the Oracles back by doing this. It's the power of just having sick APM as Dark. Now, Dark is hitting a supply block. He's going +1 melee. Ooh, is Dark going to play his one of his dumbass Ling Bane builds? That would be really cool. If he's just going to play like mass Ling Bane and just start like swarming over the Protoss' third. He could play Ravager Ling Bane off this. I haven't seen straight to Hydra Ling Bane in just about forever, so I doubt we'll see that. Forge, Twilight, into 3rd and 4th gateway behind this for Trap. So Trap's had a pretty good economy. He's playing 4 gas. I do want to see him transfer probes down there. And there we go. Very well done. All right, he's got 2 more Adepts hiding on that right side of the map. Dark does not see them just yet. Sending them in on their own, maybe not the most effective though, especially with these Zerglings here. Yeah, don't think he was expecting the Overlord to be there. Definitely should cancel that shade. Oracle's gonna dive. 1 drone and leave. Get a creep tumor. Yep, that's the way to do it. 4th base does go down. Trap does not know about it just yet. Trap has not taken gases on his 3rd just yet. And actually, he's moving out to take a 4th. And he's going straight to Blinkstalkers. Oh, so we're going to see Blinkstalker versus Ling Bane. Now, obviously, Lings are great versus Stalkers, but Force Fields could be incredible. That being said, he's only got 2 and he's sentries, and he's already building Stalkers. He does have 4 gas, so he could build a lot more sentries than that. And Force Field's amazing at keeping the Ling Bane back, but we'll see how it goes. Oracles, of course, could turn on their laser beams and clean up some Zerglings. But a lot more Lings are out. Lair and Roachwarren on the way. 6-minute Lair and Roachwarren for Dark. So this is the, just in case I need to make Ravages, I have the tech available, but I'm not really planning on making lots of Roaches this game. So he's going to be playing a big economy is Dark's goal. But wait, Dark built like 46. Oh, he definitely wanted to do the Ling Bane attack. But he's really slow on it, guys. Normally he'd already have his Banelings morphed by now. Dark, he's missed his timing. Right? I think he's missed his timing. Okay, he's going to go in here. Ling's coming on in. He's got to focus down the battery. But the Zerglings are going to go for the 4th base instead. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right, forces the force fields in there. He says, god damn it, this is wasting too much time. Let's go for the easy target. So Dark wanted to go for that big surprise 54 drone random Ling Bane timing that he's been doing for the last 4 years straight. Gets a cancel on the 4th just before it finishes. That's really important. That fast 4th play Trap wanted to go for. Not going to work out. On the other hand, guys, he did sacrifice 39 Zerglings to get a Stalker and a Nexus cancel. Now, Trap's not rebuilding his 4th, which is surprising. And he's actually going to take a 4th on the other side. Okay, so he's being a bit cheeky. He's like, okay, you're going to scout. You're not going to see that I'm building the 4th over here. Also, right now, he's not actually committing to it. All he's doing is making Robo. He's going up to 9 gateways, charge +2. Nice ambush on the Stalkers, but they have Blink. Only 1, 2 Stalkers go down. Once again, a lot of Zerglings are dying. He's got a pylon up here. I feel like at this point, Trap's like, dude, you just threw away like 80 Zerglings to kill 3 Stalkers and deny a Nexus. Dark's gonna go for the cancel again, and he's so clever. Trap anticipated. He said, look, I want to counter push because you threw a lot of Zerglings away, but I know my 4th will be open, so I'll hide my 4th on the unexpected side. You're going to expect me to take it in the same spot, and I'm just going to push in and kick your ass. But sneaky Banelings have been morphed. Sneaky Banelings, Trap, watch out! Watch out, bro! Oh, he noticed! He noticed Trap with the awareness of the gods. He's going to warp in some more Zealots and Sentries there, of course, going into charge. He kills Dark's 4th base. Remember, Dark, way behind on Workers for a while there, is still only even on Workers. Banelings are morphing right next to you, though. Trap, wake up! Trap! That was Envision this whole time, but he's distracted by the guys in his main base. Trap! 18 probes because he was dealing with like a few Zerglings in the main and the natural. Oh, Dark literally morphed Banelings in Vision and clicked them in the mineral line. You know that thing you do because you're in Silver League and you're like, well, I mean, we're in Silver League. This might work. Yeah, Dark just made that work versus Trap. Trap's got to be a little bit pissed off because he was massively in the lead. He still has a very good army, but now he's down 26 workers, 27 workers. Yes, he's got a 4th up, he can reprobe, but he's got to go fight. I really think that he was so close to shutting down the random Baneling Ling run buys completely. But now, I mean, he's got to go do something. So he's got Oracles on the right. He's got a forward gateway there. He's on 11 gateways. He's getting Templar Archive, so he's going to add Arc on Zealot. But he's got to go fight. You've got a massive army advantage. I don't know why Trap's pulling back now. Trap committed to an attack, killed the 4th, and now he's camping. I think he's saying, I'm 4 base, you're 3 base, therefore I'm winning. But little does he know, I mean, Dark has 81 drones. So as soon as this comes back up, he's up on good saturation. Dark is also going Hive and 2 upgrades. So he's massively out upgrading you. And if he gets to Ultras, dude, your army not going to be good versus Ultras. So I do think Trap has a window right now where he can kill him with Stalkers. Unfortunately, in terms of tech, the evolution of the tech for Trap is that he's making just Zealots, Archon. Trap's going all in. Trap's just going all in. It's just Stalkers, Zealots, and Archons. Guys, this is what I've been seeing a lot of from Korean Protosses lately. Creator at least goes for like 2 base timings, 2.5, 3 base timing attacks. But Hero, Trap, I mean, all of these Korean players, they've all been doing this thing where they're like, I'm gonna make Zealots. And you're like, okay, cool. What, you gonna add some Storms, some Disruptors? They're like, I'm gonna make Stalkers now as well with my Zealots, and then if I really feel like it, the top of the tech tree is a few Force Fields and Archons. It's a very low tier army, but he outnumbers Dark by enough, it might not matter. It might not matter, he might just be able to kill him. The Archons are so good versus the Ling Bane. The force field's making it really hard to engage. One Archon does get sniped. Dark is in the shitter. His roaches do clean up what looks like, I think was a Zealot run by down there. And he's gonna, Banelings are gonna try and get hits, but the Stalker's kind of blocking them. Ooh, that Baneling did kill a few sentries there. The Warp Prism very low. He's got to keep that Warp Prism alive. The Queens are all dying. Oh, the Biles! The Ravagers dive forward and get the Biles. Trap blinking forward. If Trap got that Warp in off, he wins the game 100%. If he has 8 more Stalkers or Zealots coming in, easiest win of his life. As it is, Dark is killing the units, but man, Dark's dead. I think Dark might just be dead. He's got to pull the boys. He's going to pull the boys, the Zerglings, the drones. Dark does have really nice upgrades, remember, and he's still got 73 workers up. He's going to start killing the sentries. He's overwhelming. He only lost 2 drones with that drone pull. There's a random Zealot run by in the right. Oh, that's going to do big damage. Remember, this is all of his units. Trap. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Trap. What are we doing? Trap rallying 6 Stalkers in from across the map. Move command. The Zealots are just standing there right now. Oh, no. Okay, guys, Trap right now. He's basically saying, hey, Hero is the highest ranked Protoss in the world right now. Let's try and play like Hero. And Trap has clearly been studying some videos of Hero just basically being like, shove it in, attack, 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 attack. Trap, you are not a mindless player. No offense to Hero, but let's be real. When he gets in his bloodlust, all he can see is blinking forward on his opponent's face and attacking. You are a strategic mastermind. I don't know if Zealot Stalker is the way to finish this game. I do think a tech transition could do it. Zealots are going in that mineral line though. Oh, he's just got the numbers. He avoids any Banelings hitting the center of the Zealots. The Roach count is not that high. Good micro by Dark though, and pulling the drones back. Trap's just gonna dive on the hatchery. He doesn't want to get trapped in a kiting battle. Trapped. With the Roaches, the Broodlings really help out though, and this is turning into a very good fight for Dark. That being said, Zealots come in. It's kind of dicey on both sides. The Oracle is out of energy. More Zealots are coming forward. This is still so darn close. Equal in the units lost time, but you have a 4th. He does not have a 4th. I think if Trap takes a 5th base behind this, adds some splash damage, I don't really think Dark can catch up. You've got to get out of here with these guys. He's still just making Zealot Stalkers. I think that's a misclick, guys, making Plasma Shields. I can't imagine that's on purpose. Bit of a random upgrade. Dark is trying to retake his 4th here, but dude, he's also trying to go Ultra Tech and Adrenal Glands. He's got 2-2 melee carapace, so his Lings kick ass. He's got +1 range as well for the Roaches and Ravagers. A Prism, more probes, some gases. It looks like Trap might be thinking about a transition, but right now he's on a very basic unit comp. Oracle turns on its laser, is going to kill a Ravager and then run away. Sporecrawler has moved forward there and pushed back the Observer. Behind this, where is the 5th base? He's oversaturated on his 3rd. His 4th is a little undersaturated, but he really needs to take a 5th. There we go. He's going to take one in the middle. Still just building Stalkers, Archons, and Zealots. So Trap is playing a full tempo style. It's just momentum. It's just push, 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 kill, kill, kill. But these Zergling run-bys with 2-2 are going to be a big problem. They find the 5th base. Obviously, Trap seeing it's pretty good. I think Trap's going to keep attacking. Looks like he wants to do some Zealot run-bys. Those are going to be so hard for a Dark that's very broke to deal with. On the other hand, Dark has Zerglings with way better upgrades. But if these Zealots can run in from multiple angles, that could be huge. You might get a hatchery snipe in the middle of the map. Dark's going to go around with some Zerglings, take out the proxy gate. Small Zergling run by there. Oh, and look at this. He's got Banelings morphing as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Things are about to go to hell in a handbasket, guys. The Zealots don't really kill any drones there. Meanwhile, the Zerglings get 3 probes. They kill the gateway. They're clearing things up on all different sides. The Zerglings are being distracting. And oh, no, 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 no. Oh, he's got 2 cannons. Okay, the cannons will defend. Hatchery does get sniped in the middle of the map. Trap has still got a big position. He's building Immortals now, which will be great when these Ultras pop. There's 1 Ultra on the way. Make it 2. +3 melee. It's on the way. Catches the Baneling morph. Oh, Trap's all over it. As long as he can cement this position, get some batteries and cannons up there, and maybe add a few more Immortals. If he can get up to like 3-4 Immortals, that'll help against the Ultras a massive amount. Dark is on 4 bases still. His Naturals and 3rd are both completely mined out, guys. Like Dark's income, his 3rd will mine out completely in the next few minutes. He's in such a bad position economically, but a massive Ling run by catches 2 probes. He's going to get the Nexus. Stalkers are diving to snipe the hatchery one more time. Trap's like, hey, if you're not going to stand and fight, you're always going to kite. I might as well snipe that, but Chase is a bit too far. He's, of course, trying to defend. Archon Zealot Cannon should be able to defend this. We'll see how it goes. Only 7 probes went down, which is not too bad. But look at that, the Bile. The Ultras are going to come in. Space Cows, go! But the Stalker's actually killing them reasonably quickly. Drones are getting pulled. Zerglings in the natural. Oh, no. The wall was open. Trap is getting overwhelmed there. His economy is taking hits on every single side. And in this messy, scrappy position where Dark only has 1 base to defend. Yes, he loses the base. but he also does a lot of economic damage. We can see that income tab. It's dead even on the mineral income right now. Both players are in Dicktown economically. Honestly, it is all I smell is gooch in this game. It is such a disgustingly shitty economy for both players. Neither one wants to tech up to the next step. They're both just like, okay, I've got ultras and ravages and a couple Lings and Banes run by Stalkers, Zealots, Immortals, Archons rallying across. Trap just wants to kill Dark right here, right now. He does not want to let Dark get to a longer game. I really feel like keeping a Zerg on 3 base for so long should give you the win condition, but Dark has been heroic in his run-bys. He once again cancels the base. His Ultra will easily deal with those Zealots. The Ravages and the Lings are fighting the Stalkers. The Stalker's trying to blink back. He's got High Templar here. No Psystorm, though. Those are Archon High Templar. Ultra's going to go in on the other side. If he clicks the pylon, he could depower the whole thing, but a quick recall, very wise there. Might be able to catch the Archons. Ooh, Ravages are still there. Doesn't lose the Archons. Well done for Trap. Banelings roll in! And the probes! Why did they run? They could have just literally not moved and they would have been fine, but they ran into the Baneling. The probes have had enough of this game, down to just 36 workers. Now, Dark still doesn't have any mining. He's literally got a misplaced hatch on the other base. He lost this hatch 6 different times. So now he's like, oh, I'll take the other side, I guess. He doesn't have any anti-air, by the way. He has nothing that shoots up. So the Oracle could actually kill a bunch of drones. Zealots defend this. The Oracle does catch 3 drones here. But the problem is that worker count means that if he gets some hatcheries up, Dark will bounce back. And Trap keeps taking this base, but it keeps getting sniped down. And again, there's no way to defend that. These Archons trying to get to safety. The other units should be able to get back there and help him out. 5th base does get canceled one more time. Oh man, this is really rough for Trap in that not being able to secure a 5th, but for Dark, it's the fact that you're basically like, I can't take a bad fight because like, this is my economy. I'm telling you guys, when you're a pro gamer and you're looking at that as your economy, you feel a sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach. His minerals on the natural in the 3rd, he's down to 4 mineral patches and maybe a total of like 2,000 minerals. That new base is going to be it. It's all about who wins the next couple of fights. This is a very cute engaged battery overcharge. Ooh, a little slow on the overcharge to go down there. And you can see the Zerglings focus it down as well. Very well done by Trap. There's no recall available. He's going to take this base out and a lot of the Zerglings. Trap dives in on the other side. He picks up 2 Immortals and goes home with it saying, okay, I'm going to need Immortals to defend this. But the probes are getting ransacked. Oh no, overwhelmed. Run in. Stabby, stabby, knifey, spoony. The probes not liking that game at all. There's random infestors that have been added in. Infestors so good allowing Ultras and Lings to do their work. Another Immortal's about to pop out. The Immortals will pop out here with the Prism. He's going to try and defend it. No battery overcharge though. And he will get 1 Ultralist. Can he take out some more units? Maybe with some micro. Got to watch out for Fungal. Fungal means no pickup. And there we go. Chains it. Will he be able to get this one? Oh, beautiful play with the Fungal by Dark. Trap, though, is in there. He's got Archons, Immortal, Stalkers. And you know what, guys? He still might have the better army in the long run. Keep that in mind. There's an Oracle here as well. The Infestors are out of energy. Oracle could kill the Infestors. He could actually do a big damage there. But right now, we've got drones running across the map, surely. Yes, we do. Drones running across the map there. So it looks like in this base trade, Dark will be able to hide his buildings. Here, Trap is going to run home. Are these Trap's last buildings? These are Trap's last buildings. Trap does not have a probe on the map. He does not have a probe to rebuild. Killing the Infestors right now. The Prism is trying to get back. The Stalkers blinking back across this map. It's dead even army supply with Protoss shields and micro with the Prism. He would win this fight, especially with the Oracle. But Dark's just going to kill every single building. Trap comes back. Trap's an Ultra on the low ground. But this Stargate is going to be the last structure. And he's going to be eliminated from the game. Oh my god, Trap attacking from start to finish, never taking his foot off the pedal, and Dark wriggles his way out of that one. Oh my god, Mr. Escape Room himself. Jesus Christ, what the hell? Alright, well, you know what, guys? I mean, Dark is the kind of Chad who you go to an escape room with, and he does the Homer Simpson in the Japan episode where he just runs through the wall, and he's like, hey, I made it to the next room. And they're like, yeah, you're not meant to literally smash the wall down. And he's like, but I did it, I escaped. And they're like, no, you're like destroying our property. And he's like, did I fucking escape or not? And they're like, no, we're calling the police. And he's like, what's the name? What's the name of the establishment? And they're like, it's an escape room. He's like, did I escape? And they're like, I mean, technically? And he's like, yeah, technically, exactly. You just fucking got lawyered. Honestly, Trap right now has got to feel like the proprietors of that escape room, because he's like, dude, I had you locked down. I was on 4 base versus 3 base for a long time. yeah, I kind of maybe overcommitted with the Zealot Stalker Archon, just, you know, not really transitioning and stuff. And I do think there were points where he could have pulled back a little bit and played a bit less of a I need to kill you now game. I think there's a few things that Protoss players have talked about. When I've been asking a few pros questions about this sort of meta that's evolved recently, where the Protoss is like, I'm ahead, but I need to go for a Blink Stalker push because I'm worried about you swapping to Mutas. So I can't go Disruptors straight away, right? Because then if you go Mutas, I'm in big trouble. So they kind of need to get pressure on the Zerg with the Stalker push. The thing is, guys, I think what Protoss players are missing right now, because a lot of them being like, yeah, no, you need to keep pushing with the Stalkers. And I'm like, yeah, but once the Zerg is on a lower economy than you, making just Ravages or Ravager Bane, and all their money is clearly going to that, like, you can actually make a Disruptor transition and just keep threatening. Just don't commit as much with your army and do Zealot run bys and stuff. Like, you can, whether it be Disruptors, Storm, Archons, it doesn't have to be Skytoss, but even Skytoss, like going Disruptor Skytoss off of these Stalker openings, something which I'm surprised more Protoss players aren't doing when they get an advantage, just going into the Sloan. And the Protoss players, I think they're kind of in this mindset of like, but Zerg can do so many things. And I guess I want to point out some initial logic that we learned when we were figuring out the Ravager early in Legacy of the Void. And what we figured out was the Ravager is a freaking terrible unit in the late game. It costs so much gas, it's so fragile, it costs so much supply, but it's incredible at stopping attacks and defending in the mid game. So we kind of realized that as Protoss, if you can force them to make a lot of Ravages by pretending you're attacking or looking like you want to attack, and then you go over there and then you're just like, oh, by the way, I'm transitioning to the next step, and the Zerg's like, I have 10 Ravages and 30 Roaches and some Banes. It's just not the greatest long-term army, right? If you can force them into those Ravages early. Whereas if you sit back entirely, the Zerg can make like 15 Mutas and then just kill you, right? It's a very quick Roach Warren, but of course that's because he has been tricked into thinking it's a ground opening when it's actually an Oracle opening, right? Unless Dark's gonna go for like a Queen Walk all in, but even then that's too early for even the hatch cancel Queen Walk. Stalker will pick off the Overlord. I mean, he knows it's an Oracle now. So he's going to build a Spore Crawler there. This Roach Warren second gas is so early, guys. Dark's build is very peculiar. So he's got 5 Queens, Roach Warren second gas, only 31 drones. Guys, this is the worst build of all time from Dark. What am I looking at right now? Is he just like going to make Roaches? No, he's going to make 7 more drones. Oh my god. Holy shit. I think he was planning an all-in and then had to cancel it because he realized it's Stargate. Can anyone explain in the Twitch chat who's watching live what Dark is trying to do? Trap with yet another very questionable Adept dive. Much better to go for the gap in the minerals than the gap there with 2 Adepts. Lately, there's been an obsession with Protoss players with trying to fit 2 Adepts in there. It's really stupid, guys. If you put them in here, it's much harder for the Zerg to get us around and get surface area. So, big mistake by Trap 2 games in a row with how he uses his first Adepts. But yeah, Dark's opening is total trash. Guys, this is the worst economy buildup I've ever seen. I think he just got tricked, and he wanted to go the quick 3 Ravager response to Glaive Adepts, but now he's realizing it's Stargate, because he has to build spores and all this stuff, he's kind of had to switch back. So it's a really awkward position for Dark. He's down in workers. Trap's just been up all early game. He's killed 6 drones. So really should be pretty smooth from here, even though Trap threw those Adepts away without getting much. Oracles are watching the front. And 9 Roaches are going to be built preemptively and rallied across to the 3rd of Trap. Okay, now Trap is going 4, Blink, and +1 earlier in this tournament and in different stages of this tournament. I've pointed out how going 3rd and 4th Gateway and warping in Stalkers nonstop shuts down any sort of Queen Walk attack. But honestly, I don't even know how he's going to walk the Queens. I guess there's no Void Ray, so he doesn't really need to. The Oracles just went in, and they're using all of their energy right now. He sees a natural that has almost no workers at 530, so he should know he's being all in. Trap, where is the extra shield batteries and pylons right now? He's trying to make 2 Robos in the natural. You know what? He could give up the 3rd. If he's making 2 Robos, he could give up the 3rd base and just pull back, and he'd be fine. Trap's going to try and defend the 3rd, though, so he builds Robos back there, but he's doubling down on the attack. He's only got 2 Zealots, 2 Stalkers, and 4 Sentries, so he has not been warping in units. Trap's being very greedy. His Oracles have no energy. Dark is literally doing the dumbest attack I've ever seen in the world, and it's working because Trap said, well, there's no reason why that would ever work because I have Oracles. So he assumed it wasn't a possibility. And Dark, negative 300 IQ, literally has just made 10 Roaches and walked them across the map at the 5-minute mark with some Zerglings. And there's no Void Ray. The Oracle spent all their energy. And they just can't help. Otherwise, if these oracles had energy, they could kill every single Ravager in Zergling. If he had a few more gateway units, it's the easiest hold of all time. But Dark doing the thing that you would never expect, because on paper it sucks. And I was talking about how this is how Dark strategies work. It's not good on paper, but it's good because the opponent doesn't expect it. On paper, if you just said, outside of the interaction with the opponent, oh, this is the plan, guys, we're gonna get tricked at the start, and then just I didn't even know if it was a trick. Like, okay, so he saw the warp gate spinning, so I assume he thinks it's a Stargate build, right? So he goes Roachhorn, second gas, but he's already building 5 queens. So to go for a 330 Roachhorn and a second gas while already playing 5 queens is already super questionable, to say the least, because you're not gonna have enough money to drone. If you build 5 queens and a Roachhorn and a second gas at 330, like, you just, like, this is just a bad opening. Okay, that's all I can say is this is just a trash opening for Dark. So he was like, I don't know, it could be air because he's tricking me, or it could be ground, so I'm going to defend both with the fastest possible set of queens, spores, and Roachhorn and gas. It's like, so that's why he gets massively supply blocked and is on 31 drones for ages. Now, so that's the first thing that happens. And then he's like, okay, drone up, get back to a normal game, try to recover. And I don't know what makes him feel like just making 10 roaches randomly is going to work. But he's like, it's a really small map, and maybe I can just get over there and just kill stuff, and the oracles won't have much time to react. I think this is just basically Dark saying, Berlingrad's a small map, let's see if this works. And he's literally just picked the most random thing he can think of. And it's worked. Now, obviously, Trap, diving here. It's 5 minutes 30. This should be full of workers. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dark's really bad at droning sometimes, but he's not that bad. Trap should immediately know what's going on. Battery. I mean, he should be building cannons. If he builds 2 cannons at 5:30, and he should not be building robos, he should be canceling his probe production and building like 3 cannons, and it should be a hold, because cannon takes, I think, 29 seconds to build. And this attack, yeah, especially if he'd got his oracles back a little bit quicker. I mean, he might have lost the cannons just before they finish. But, I mean, these cannons started, yeah, so much later. He definitely could have got the cannons up. At least 1 or 2, and been warping in units more frequently, because he had 2 gateways. He took forever to warp in. So, Trap really slow on his read of this, because he just didn't think it was a possibility. He said, hey, there's no queens walking across the map. There's no way this could happen. And it took him way too long to realize what was up. Dark with one of the strangest, most inefficient attacks I've ever seen, but he has a next level understanding of what his opponent's plans are and what their expectations are in the game. And so even when there is inefficiency on paper, if you have a good mental understanding of StarCraft and how to abuse your opponent, take advantage of their expectations, you could absolutely destroy. And this is what Dark shows us time and again. Amazing comeback game 1, and a surprising and a little confusing on paper, but you look at Trap just not thinking this was ever even a threat or something that could happen. Catches him off guard. Well played, Dark. You absolute savage. Well played.